The A-plus mindset means being prepared for as much information processing and retention as possible. Have you heard about the frontal lobe? It plays a huge role in memory, language, planning, and motivation. Did you know your frontal lobe is still growing? It may keep maturing well into your 20s, so we want to make sure we're treating it right. Oxygen. It's the most important thing for the brain. Optimal oxygen brings better critical thinking, studying, and memorizing. With adequate blood flow, we get optimal oxygen. Okay, adequate blood flow, optimal oxygen, happy frontal lobe, stellar GPA. Sweet. But it begins with adequate blood flow. And for that, our brain needs a sugar called glucose. Do you ever eat a huge meal and feel like passing out? Yeah, that shouldn't happen. When this happens, it means insulin levels have spiked, glucose levels have dropped, and brain function is compromised. Nutritionists will tell you, make sure there's a steady ratio between the protein and carbohydrates you're consuming. Balance protein and carbs with meals and snacks. You'll stabilize your insulin, stabilize your glucose, and keep a steady flow of blood to your brain. My easy favorite thing we can do to optimize our brain activity, power posing. Amy Cuddy, social psychologist and professor at Harvard Business School, gives a great TED Talk on this. I highly recommend you look it up. But here's the gist. Animals all across nature, they open up when feeling prideful. They close off when feeling bad or scared. Even congenitally blind people will open up when winning a race, having never seen or been taught the pose. It was proven by Cuddy's test subjects that adopting a power pose for just 2 minutes increases testosterone and lowers cortisol drastically. Cortisol is a stress chemical. Your brain hates it. Excess cortisol kills brain cells. When cortisol is low, people can better handle stressful situations. So I'm not saying power pose in front of a bunch of people in the middle of class, but just think, it's exam day. You have 5 minutes before class. Go to a bathroom stall, power pose. You will literally change your brain's chemistry and you'll perform better on the test. Great. Now it's time to chat about some things you can physically do around the house or wherever you study that will benefit your mind. Some studies suggest that listening to music through headphones or earbuds can decrease memory capacity. It's good to be aware of this, but we want you to do what works for you. Familiar background music can be positive or negative depending on your tolerance for background noise. Try reading a couple chapters of a book with or without music and do what works best. Reading materials should have even light and consistent coverage, meaning no glares or shadows. Studies suggest that dim or flickering lights can interrupt important cognitive processes. Most importantly, you just don't want to be distracted. So if your little brother or sister keeps flickering the lights, politely ask him or her to stop. Personally, I like to study outside a lot, but then, an ice cream truck might go by, or sprinklers turn on, or I might see a spider and think my life is over. So just be mindful of distractions. For optimal studying, temperature should be comfortable and consistent. At home, this is easy, but if we leave home, we should prepare for temperature changes. Bring ice water to cool you down, bring a sweater or an extra shirt to warm yourself up. Always dress in layers for classes and important tests. And always keep in mind to bring $10 million. Cool. I just wanted to say that and have it be here. And I'll finish the segment, but then I'll buy a trip to space or something. Okay. The A-plus mindset is about being aware of both ourselves and our environment. Adopt the A-plus mindset, and you'll be more confident taking tests, writing essays, and filling out applications. Your brain will be more prepared to tackle problems, and your GPA will rise and stay strong.